Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. This is Mo Crypto, and today guys we're going to be reviewing dripx. It's the highly anticipated protocol that's coming this week. It's launching on the 22nd of February, and I don't know exactly how the UI is going to look. I've never dabbled into Titan X, but I wanted to review some important information that all of you guys should know about. So this is in no way a strategy video. This is purely an informational, educational video on the protocol so that you guys, if you want to participate in this protocol, have the basic information that you need. Now, from past experience, obviously past experience never dictates the future, but from past experience, given this is some kind of a replica, fork, not 100% fork, but let's say a fork, just for simplicity, because this is very similar to Titan X. Titan X gave a lot of people a lot of money. Granted, it is Ethereum, so Ethereum, there's a lot more money involved than Binance Smart Chain in terms of this kind of protocol, but in Binance we could see some huge numbers as well. And the guys behind this project are the same team behind PulseDrip. We've talked about PulseDrip in the past. Same guys behind Kitchen Sink. We haven't talked about Kitchen Sink because I don't really participate in that myself. So they're kind of trusted. A lot of people trust them. So you could be doing some good profit using this protocol. Learn from past experiences, and just like these guys have done, they've added some tokenomics that have made the protocol a little bit more sustainable. Now, obviously, we can never dictate the future. This might not last more than 3, 4, 5 months, right? So move with ease, participate at your own risk. This is cryptocurrency, this is DeFi. So only invest money you're willing to lose if by some chance you lose it because of something unexpected, right? So without any further ado, I have a 9-slide presentation that goes over all the basic details. So if you guys have any question on anything that's going to be discussed today, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. If you guys want me to cover anything else about this protocol or anything else in general, please let me know. Okay, now before we get started with the basics, I just want to let you guys know that I'm reviewing some of the important key points of the dripx protocol. However, there are some other mechanics and tokenomics and details that you might need to familiarize yourself with. So please go ahead and read the full white paper that they've provided. It's not fully complete yet. There's some parts at the end that are not fully written out because they're not ready. But at least you get to read over the important information that's already available that I have not covered in this video. Again, I'm gonna say this again. This is just an introduction video. It doesn't include anything related to strategy. Just include some of the important key points that you need to familiarize yourself with for the launch on the 22nd. Okay, so the staking, basically there's staking and there's mining. There's two different things. Staking involves the following. So users can stake their dripx tokens to earn significant BNB rewards. So the way you would do it is you would buy some dripx from the market. You can do this in many ways. You can either buy it using your BNB. You can buy it using wrapped drip, and a way that they've encouraged a lot of the community members to do is to take their current drip token that they have in their wallets, wrap it. That's something that you can do on AI Drip website. You can wrap your drip at a 1-to-1 ratio, and then using your W drip, buy some more dripx, and then using that you can stake it on the platform. In the long run, you're going to earn some BNB rewards. Obviously, the longer your tokens are staked, the higher your rewards are going to be. While staked, you can't sell any of your tokens, which is going to decrease the available dripx on the market, which is going to increase its value. So again, you stake your dripx, you earn BNB. That's the basis of staking your tokens. Now, the way they control the token availability on the market, they do that using a small liquidity pool, and stakers, while they lock up their tokens, this reduces the supply available for buying and selling, which is in turn going to increase its value and decrease the likelihood that the token is going to dilute over time. This tactics amplifies the effectiveness of the buy and bear method, driving up the token price and permanently decreasing the token circulation. So they do have some experience with buy and burn because they do use that for their Pulse drip tokenomics right now and mechanics of their protocol. So if you guys want to look into that further, you can go to the PDrip website. Now, the buy and burn from miners. So dripx miners use an automated process to continuously buy and burn tokens. So that's going to always make the dripx scarcer over time. So every time somebody buys miners, the contract is going to use a portion of that to buy and burn. So the token itself becomes scarcer over time. And with a smaller supply available, the price of it is going to be higher over time. Now, this approach ensures transparency and security with users executing public functions. So the mining rewards themselves. Each day, the amount of dripx that can be minted decreases, raising its cost over time. Now, another thing is the mining. So as we said before, there's a staking portion of the website and there's a mining portion of the protocol. So each day you go to the website, the amount of drip that can be mined decreases. So every day that you go on the website, there's going to be less and less dripx to be mined. Okay, so that's going to also increase its value over time. So they resemble that to the Bitcoin halving, which happens every 4 years, but this happens more frequently, and that's going to increase the production cost over time and scarcity of the token because there's going to be less of it on the market, so it's going to cost more to mine, you know? So that's basically how they're trying to formulate that part of the mining for the dripx token. Now, using the BNB that you use to stake into the platform to earn more dripx, this is exactly how the payouts are going to be. So there's going to be shares based off of your stakes. So the share rate goes up daily, which is going to encourage people to participate more and more. And you can essentially stake for a minimum of 28 days up to a maximum of 3,500 days, with a bonus capped at 2,888 days. So after 2,888 days, if you think the protocol is going to be here this long, I mean, you have to do your own research, but if you think the protocol is going to be here for 3,000 days, then there's bonus that are capped at day 2,888. Okay, unless I'm misunderstanding something, this is what this means. The bonuses. So the longer you stake, the more you earn. So you stake longer and you get up to 350% bonus capped at day 2,888. Bigger pays more. So stake more dripx, get up to 8% extra bonus. Your shares determine your slice of the BNB payout. So essentially, so what they're trying to say here is if you come with 100 BNB and you deposit that, you're going to earn a larger share of the rewards. So you see there's multiple day cycles on top of me right now. So basically, if you come in with 10 BNB and you stake that, then on those cycles, you earn more BNB than me who comes in and stakes 5 BNB, right? You can stake and every single one of those days cycles, you start earning BNB. Basically, that's basically how it is. You stake it and every time you hit an 8-day cycle, you get a pay. Every time you hit a 28-day cycle, you get a pay. Every time you hit a 9-day cycle, you get a pay. That's really how it works. But if you want to exit, the way that this works is that the later you exit, the bigger your tax. So no penalties within a 7-day grace period after the end date. If not ended after a grace period, lose 1% per day, maxing out at 99% loss after 100 days. So let's say it's time for you to end your stake, right? You have a 7-day grace period. During those 7 days, you can exit without any penalties. But after that 7-day grace period is over, you lose 1% per day. So guys, I want you to make sure, and like Legacy says all the time, you have to overstand that you can't leave after 7 days. You have to leave before. Otherwise, you're going to start losing your profits every single day, up to 99% if you leave your stake there for 100 days, right? So that's very important to keep in mind. Okay, so here are some key fundamentals that you guys need to know about. There's always going to be buy and burn pressure. So dripx maintains a strong buy and burn pressure on small liquidity pools, continuously reducing its supply on the market. Staking boost. Users are incentivized to stake more tokens to earn significant BNB rewards, decreasing circulating tokens. So essentially, they want you to lock up your dripx token as much as possible. By doing so, the token price is going to either be the same or go up in value. And to take your profits, you take them in BNB because that's not going to harm the protocol. The BNB is going to be basically the reward token in this case. And that's going to always decrease the circulating supply of the token on the market. Active participation and the desire for BNB payouts prompt users to burn more tokens, contributing to long-term scarcity. And mining dripx becomes harder and more costly daily, creating consistent upward pressure on the token's value. So essentially, the best thing for you, just keep in mind, is to start mining your dripx earlier. The earlier you put in your stakes, the better for you. Okay guys, so moving on to the mining, right? So simply put, you lock up your BNB tokens to extract dripx tokens. So you have 3 mining options. You can single mine, you can batch mine, and you can mine ladder. Okay, so if you single mine, you just go in and you put in 1 stake. The single miner is very simple. You go in, you deposit BNB for 1 single miner, and that's it, right? You're just gonna get your payout later on of dripx. Batch mining, you go in and, for example, you say, today I'm gonna buy 15 miners. Then you put in an order for 15 miners at the exact same duration that you want, when you want them to get unlocked, and that'll be it. Instead of going every single day putting in 1 miner, you can just do a batch at a time, and that's going to lock up more BNB tokens, and you're gonna get a larger share of dripx every time one of your miners gets unlocked. And another strategy is mine laddering. So you can build mining ladder using a contract's single miner function. You can customize your mining journey by specifying the interval rate and power to suit your preference. Once the protocol is out, we're going to be doing a follow-up video going through the process so that you guys can see what I'm doing and we can go through the functions together to do it on a clearer, more visual way. These are some things to keep in mind for the mining. So there's the number of days, as I just said. You can choose a mining period ranging from 8 to 280 days, influencing the dripx you receive at the end of the miner. So if you stake for 10 days versus you stake for 200 days, obviously you're going to get more return if you stake longer because you're basically locking your BNB for a longer period of time. The mining power, you specify the miner power for your miner, determining both the daily dripx yield and the cost of mining. So the more power you put in for each miner, the more expensive for you is going to be to deposit your BNB for the mine, and the bigger your reward is going to be as well. Okay, so this is just something to keep in mind. However, this is also another thing to keep in mind, guys. There's a cap of 150 billion tokens per day only, right? So if somebody goes in and buys 100 billion tokens, that's going to remove 100 billion tokens from circulation on that day. A lot of people, if they want to come in with another 100 billion, they would have to wait for the next day. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't think it's going to run out quickly like that, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So that's just something to keep in mind. The earlier you can stake in a day, the better, because there's going to be more supply available to mine, basically. Here are some bonuses that you guys need to know about as well. So there's the early bird boost. This bonus begins at 10% and decreases to 0% over 350 days, encouraging people to join early. So that's another thing. Every next day you go in, the smaller that bonus is, so the lower your rewards are going to be. There's going to be a D rank rewards bonus as well. Your assigned D rank determines the bonus rewards, starting with an extra 3,500 dripx per max power miner that begins after you start. So the max miners that you have, you can get up to 3,500 dripx as a bonus based off of the D rank that you get, but that decreases over time. And there's also penalties for the mining. If you claim your rewards within 7-day grace periods to avoid penalties, that's fine. But if you claim them late, then you'll face a decreasing percentage of loss. So that's something that we spoke about already, but that's something that's important for you guys to know. Now, for the mining, here is the BNB distribution. This is also something that's important to know. dripx is mined by combining BNB and time. So that's clear. We already spoke about that. There's 67% of the dripx. There's 67% of the BNB that goes towards dripx purchase and burning. So basically that's the buy and burn. Okay. So this goes to a smart contract that buys dripx from the market using wrapped drip on PancakeSwap version 3. All bought dripx is burned, making dripx scarcer over time. So That's something super cool. Over time, it's going to make dripx more and more scarce. Now, I don't know to which extent this is going to work for a long period of time. We're going to have to see how the community reacts to this ecosystem. They might drain the hell out of this. You never know. But also, it might last a long time because there's always these different mechanics in the protocol that's enticing a lot of buy and burn. There's 28% that goes to the payout cycles. This is for payout cycles, rewarding users based on the number of shares they have. Users get BNB as a reward, encouraging participation and community engagement. So this goes to these payout cycles we talked about earlier. These are the payout cycles that this was referring to. And this is the last part, which basically you need to understand by yourself. The 5% goes to Genesis. Basically, the remaining 5% goes to the Genesis fund. Users should not have specific expectations for this fund. It may or may not be used for future development of the community building activities, providing flexibility for future improvements. So basically, this is either going to be used or you're not going to hear about it ever again. So anyways, we'll have to see where that goes and if there's going to be any mention of that in the future. So that, in summary, ladies and gentlemen, explains to you dripx and the upcoming launch, which is going to be this 22nd of February. So keep an eye out on their Telegram, on their Twitter, and we're going to be doing a follow-up about the protocol in the future, depending on how well it does. So thank you everybody for tuning in. If you have any questions, please, again, leave them in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.